Welcome to my channel Daily Bulletin News. Days of Our Lives exclusive. As Vivian returns with a big surprise in tow, Louise Sorrell warns she's out for control. By now the news has broken that Louise Sorrell is bringing Vivian back to Days of Our Lives starting on Monday, October 28th. And we all know that wherever Vivian goes, trouble is sure to follow. And that is just fine with her portrayer. As much fun as it is to have her back on the screens, Sorrell says coming home to Salem is always just as enjoyable for her. Whenever they call me, the legendary actress says of the folks at Days of Our Lives, I show up. It's so sweet, she continues. I cannot tell you, the people that we work with, the actors, everybody, really, are just, they're working so hard, and they're so open. It's always unnerving to come back and hope that you can get through it, because it's very fast and a lot of dialogue. They help out, because if I make a mistake, I can't stand it. They never make you feel bad about that. It happens, but they're lovely. Of course, the folks on screen never give Vivian nearly as enthusiastic a welcome as Sorrell. I'm always greeted so nicely, the actress laughs in character. Vivian, what are you doing here? Oh, God, it's Vivian, you know, which I like. That's fun, to just intrude. This time, though, she's at least bringing someone along to keep her company in the sea of hostility, because Ivan is finally returning with her. It will be the first time Sorrell and Ivan Givera, who plays Vivian's loyal manservant, confidant, have been together since 2019. Though the scenes they shot back then didn't air until 2020. But the two actors stay in touch and it's a pairing that she'll always love. He drove me nuts, she laughs of Givera, because he'd come in the morning for makeup, and he'd say, do we have any lines today? We had 5 pages or something. Are you kidding me? I mean, it was a joke, but yeah, we had a very, very nice comedic relationship. I really am fond of him. Luckily, even when Vivian and Ivan don't get to reconnect on screen, their portrayers still keep in touch, though that shouldn't be a surprise after working together for over 3 decades. He calls me on occasion, Sorrell says of Ivan's portrayer. He calls, he says, Madam, how are you? I really miss that relationship between Ivan and Vivian, it worked really well. As to what brings the troublemaking duo back, you can bet that it's tied into both Philip's return and Stefan's shocking exit. As Sorrell puts it, she's always coming back to get something. And annoy everyone. This time, though, she's also taking advantage of the Titan upheaval to get her claws into her son, Philip. She's so controlling, Vivian's longtime portrayer explains. She's always, I think, trying to control him. Of course, if she manages to do that, and Philip actually does take control of Titan, then Vivian's going to have a whole lot of power at her disposal. And if there are 2 things Vivian loves, it's money and power. But something tells us that's all easier said than done, especially if there's just a limited amount of time to accomplish her goals. Because sadly, this isn't a permanent return, though Sorrell would love to bring Vivian back full time. But that's tricky these days. She's really not welcome in Salem anymore, Sorrell explains with a sigh. She just shows up for events. I don't know how she's capable of doing much more than that, unless she's ensconced in the town more. She just flies in and out. For now, we're happy with the time we do get from Vivian. And who knows, someday, maybe they'll figure out a way to keep her in town for good. No doubt all of Salem shudders at that thought, with excitement, we're sure. Stay tuned and subscribe the channel.